you're bored right now. Maybe you're scrolling, maybe you're at work pretending to look busy, maybe you're sitting in a waiting room counting the tiles on the ceiling, and you probably think boredom is a modern problem, something invented along with the internet and smartphones, and the crushing realization that you're stuck in traffic again. But here's what's wild. Ancient humans experienced boredom too, and they experienced it in a way that was so intense, so completely unavoidable, that it might have actually shaped the entire trajectory of human civilization. So, what did they do about it? That's what we're exploring today. Let's start with the obvious problem. Ancient humans didn't have Netflix. They didn't have books. They didn't have art galleries or music venues, or really anything designed specifically to entertain. What they had was time, an absolutely staggering amount of time. Not because their days were longer, they had the same 24 hours we do, but because the constant pressure of survival left gaps. Gaps where the work was done, the food was secured, the fire was tended, and there was nothing left to do but exist. And exist is exactly what they did. Because doing nothing, apparently, is something humans have always been spectacularly bad at. The first thing ancient humans discovered was storytelling. Not the formal kind with beginning, middle, and end that we're familiar with. Something more raw. Imagine sitting around a fire with 15 other people in a cave somewhere in what's now France, 40,000 years ago. The hunt is over, food is stored, it's dark outside, and there are things out there that want to eat you. So someone starts talking. Maybe they're recounting the hunt, maybe they're embellishing it, maybe they're making something up entirely, and suddenly the boredom is gone, because storytelling does something that nothing else does. It makes time disappear. It makes a bunch of tired, vulnerable humans feel less alone. But here's where it gets interesting. We have physical evidence of this. We have hand stencils in caves that date back 40,000 years. And these aren't just prints. These are the oldest messages we have from humans, essentially ancient graffiti. Someone put their hand on a rock, blew pigment around it, and created a permanent record of "I was here." That's not survival, that's art. That's a direct line between ancient boredom and the birth of human creativity. Then there's music. We've found bone flutes that are somewhere between 35,000 and 40,000 years old. These aren't functional items. They're not tools for survival. They're instruments. Someone carved a bone, created holes in specific patterns, and then spent time learning to make sound in a way that didn't matter for food or shelter or safety. That's a human choosing entertainment over literally anything else. That's boredom solved with sound. And it's not like ancient humans had to discover these things by accident. There's a theory, actually a pretty compelling one, that boredom itself might be an evolutionary feature. Boredom is your brain telling you that the current situation isn't stimulating enough. It's a signal that says, find something new, try something different, don't just sit here. For ancient humans, boredom might have driven exploration. It might have driven innovation. The person who got bored with their current hunting technique invented a better one. The person who got bored with just eating raw meat figured out fire. Boredom was survival in disguise, but not all of it was productive. Ancient humans also invented games. We've found evidence of gaming dice made from bone, from animal knuckles, going back thousands of years. Gaming boards, gambling, just rolling things and seeing what happens and betting on the outcome. Pure entertainment, pure waste of time in the most human way possible. Because even though ancient humans were always one bad hunt away from starving, they still found time to sit around and play games. They still found time to be entertained, to lose, to win, to feel the rush of not knowing what was going to happen next. And then there's the thing that really gets you: dance. We don't have physical evidence of ancient dance because dancing doesn't leave bones behind, but we have evidence everywhere else. Cultures separated by continents and thousands of years all independently invented rhythm and movement and music. The combination is so universal that it's almost certainly something ancient humans did too. Someone, at some point, realized that you could move your body to sound and it felt good, and then they taught someone else and it spread. Because movement and sound together create a feeling that nothing else creates. It's entertainment and exercise and social bonding all at once. What's remarkable is that none of these solutions to boredom, storytelling, art, music, games, dance, were necessary for survival. They weren't tools. They didn't make you stronger or faster or better at hunting. But ancient humans invented them anyway, because being alive isn't just about surviving. It's about experiencing something, feeling something, not just counting down to the next day. So the next time you're bored, remember that. You're experiencing something that's been hardwired into humans for tens of thousands of years. Your brain is telling you it needs stimulation, and instead of fighting it, instead of feeling bad about it, you might actually be tapping into the same thing that made ancient humans create the first art, the first music, the first stories. Boredom isn't a flaw, it's what makes us human.